and he became distracted. More than anything else, the devil would love to distract you. And I don't know anything faster that can derail your destiny than to be married to the wrong person. If you get hooked up with the wrong person, it can derail your destiny. And that's why, how many people are single? You're not married. Oh, wow. My goodness. I need to prophesy to you for just a moment. Before you hook up with anybody, before you get married, I want you to ask yourself, what is the history of this person's decisions? Because when you marry somebody, you don't marry personality, you marry character. Their character is revealed by the quality of the decisions that they make. What kind of decisions are they making? What is the history of their decisions? Then you need to ask yourself, whose voice do they respect and trust? Whose voice do they respect and trust? Because whose voice they respect and trust is going to determine how they will be in their life. Because you may not be marrying them, you're marrying the voice of the person whose life they trust and respect. So you have to ask yourself some questions about them. And then you have to ask yourself this third question: what is their daily routine? To keep you from getting involved in a relationship with the wrong kind of person, ask yourself the question, what is their daily routine? If you show me your daily routine, I will show you where you will be 10 years down the road. Because the secret of success is always found in the daily routine. You don't become successful in a day. Success comes daily. It comes daily. It doesn't come in a day, it comes daily. If you look at what you're doing on a daily basis, that will reveal your real success in life. And that's where we have to look to see where we are, who we are getting involved with. When you are in a position, you recognize your mate by their faces. In the Hebrew, they don't even have a singular word for face, because they know that we have different faces with different people. So it's always in the plural, F-A-C-E-S, faces. You will recognize your spouse by their face, by their faces. The F stands for their family background, their family background. When you look at the family background, you see fruit does not fall too far from the tree. So you have to look at their family background. The A is their attitude. Look at their attitude, not just their external looks, their beauty or handsomeness. You want to look at their attitude, because they might be very attractive on the outside but have a very ugly attitude on the inside. You know them by their family background. You know them by their attitude. The C is compatibility. You know them by whether or not they are compatible with you, by whether you're compatible financially, whether you're compatible from an educational standpoint, from a cultural standpoint, whether you're compatible in your faith. You know them by the compatibility component, not just whether I'm saved and you're saved. I see saved people get divorces because they're incompatible. So you want to check the compatibility factor. Do we value the same things about health and about education and about recreation? Where are our values? Are we culturally compatible here? Spiritually compatible here? Financially compatible here? Then the E are the experiences that they have had. Their family background, their attitude, compatibility, the experiences that they have from the past. You don't just marry who a person is, you marry everybody that they've been. You marry everything that has happened to them. Because you marry a person and then you do something and then you get a reaction. And if you're with a person and you do something and that the reaction is bigger than the action that you did, it means that the reaction is about something that happened before you even came into the picture. And so it's about experiences from the past. And then the S are the skills that they bring to the relationship. So when you know a person, you know them by their faces, their family background, their attitude, the compatibility component, the experiences from the past, and the skills that they bring to the table. That's how you begin to know whether this person is designed to be connected with me in my life or not. Jim Rohn said that you are the average of the 5 people that you spend the most time with. You are the average of the 5 people that you spend the most time with. Think about the 5 people that you spend the most time with, because you become the average of the 5 people that you spend the most time with. And then I want you to think about those in your personal life, because they could be distractions. And ask yourself some questions, because you don't get answers unless you ask questions. Ask yourself this question: what have they got you doing? What have they got you doing? You have to ask yourself some questions. What have they got you doing? What have they got you listening to? What have they got you listening to? What have they got you reading? The people that are close to you in your life, what have they got you reading? Where have they got you going? Where have they got you going? What have they got you thinking? The people that are close to you in your life, what have they got you thinking? How have they got you talking? How have they got you talking? The people that are close to you. How have they got you feeling? The people that are really close in your inner circle. And what have they got you saying? You have to ask yourself questions. Ask yourself questions. What have they got you doing? What have they got you listening to? What have they got you reading? Where do they have you going? Where have they got you thinking? What do they have you thinking? How have they got you talking? How have they got you feeling? And what have they got you saying? Nothing sabotages a life mission as quickly as wrong relationships. It is better to be alone than in wrong company. It is better to be alone than to be in wrong company. Because the less you associate with some people, the more your life will improve. The less you associate with some people, the more your life will improve. Have you ever been delayed in reaching a goal in your life? You have to ask yourself, what is it that I'm doing? Who am I with? What have they got me doing? Just look at the fruit that is coming out of your life, and then you can tell whether or not you've been distracted or not. But I want you to understand this. Not everyone has the right to speak into your life. Not everyone has the right to speak into your life. Don't follow anybody who's not going anywhere. And I want you to understand this very clearly. Evil is anything that distracts you from your purpose and your God-given mission. Evil is anything that distracts you from your purpose and your God-given mission. That's what evil is. It is evil if it distracts you from your purpose and your God-given mission. It may not look evil. You determine evil by its function in your life. Does it distract you from your purpose or your God-given mission? In fact, good things can be evil to you if it distracts you from your purpose and your mission. Doing good works can be an enemy to doing God works. A huge difference. Good works, you know what dead works are? Dead works are good works that God didn't specifically tell you to do. The God works is what God has assigned for you to do. He's assigned for you to do. And so we have to make sure that we are not distracted from our purpose and our God-given mission. You can get distracted by things.